Talk a little bit more about airlines. Big Brother meets big business. Some major U.S. airlines are now looking to steal passengers' information to set a personalized price. So is this even legal? Here now to weigh in is attorney Emily Compagno. Emily, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate this.
Thank you, Heather. Good morning.
So explain to us, what exactly is it that the airlines want to do? They want to use your personal information and people would have different prices based on that?
Exactly. This is called micro-target pricing, and essentially it violates your consumer personal data privacy by collating your browsing and your purchase history, right? And at a minimum, it's totally unethical, but it basically violates the whole host of consumer protection laws we have in place to protect the consumer against unfair and deceptive practices like this. So essentially what it does is it takes your purchase and browsing history and then assigns unjustly and probably inaccurately a price that it thinks you could pay or would be willing to pay for a seat. So it's like going to a concert and you're charged more than your friend because the concert thinks you can simply afford more. And you know, right now price fluctuation is in place. We see it happening in the market, but it's based on blindness, right? It's based on demand or on timing. It has nothing to do with the individual buyer. So this violates a whole host of laws here.
Here's what Chuck Schumer had to say about it. A quote from him. He says the airlines have already monetized every single inch of the plane, and so they thought that they are looking to nickel and dime consumers based on their mobile phone or computer's browser history is a sad state of affairs that just might violate consumer protections, as you just said. But then let's look at the statement from at least American or Airlines for America. This is their statement. They say, we take issue with Senator Schumer's characterization. Airfare pricing is demand-driven and remains one of the best consumer bargains out there. By offering differentiated service offerings, customers can select the best service and price combinations for their individual needs. So what about their response? What do you think about that?
Right, I think that's a carefully crafted and pretty euphemistic way of saying that they're still just individually assessing prices based on that. And again, dynamic pricing is one thing. So if they stuck to that philosophy but did it in a blind manner, it would be okay. And think about if you see an ad on a website and that advertisement says, you know, fly to Maui for only $100. Well, what if only you saw that? You know, that's the issue, is that their dynamic pricing and their advertising, whether decreased or increased, is not across the board to every consumer. So it doesn't have to do with demand. It has to do with what they deem the ability of that purchaser has, and based on that individual IP address. Again, the inaccuracy is a wild card here as well, because think about your browsing and purchase history. It probably doesn't reflect accurately your situation,
not.
right?
Yeah. No, I browse things I can't afford all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Emily, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather.
Have a good day. Well